Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Luna's Soul. My name is Luna. Welcome to you guys watching me for the first time. And if I'm connecting with you for the first time this year, Happy New Year. I've been here a couple of times since the new year began, and I've been able to share some amazing information and news on my behalf. I did become a Reiki healer here over not a Reiki healer, I've been a Reiki healer for years, a Reiki master in December. So I'm really happy to share a lot of the things that I learned during this master course. And so tonight I really want to share some of the things that I learned in some of these courses and trainings that I've been taking here lately. Beyond doing tarot readings, beyond doing my psychic intuitive work, I'm now offering Reiki healings through distance healings, and I'm also doing in-person sessions. I mean, also all sorts of work that may be of interest to you guys. One of the things that I spoke about, hello, Miss Tanya and Miss Sophia Williams, welcome, and Edward. So one of the things that I talked about last week was manifesting using tarot cards. And this was a really fun video. If you missed it, it's up in our video section. You can go into Manifestation 101, Manifesting Using Tarot Cards. I explained in the course of a half an hour how you can get started with manifesting using specifically tarot cards, because tarot cards are really a tool of communication. It's a tool that I use as a psychic to communicate with my spirit guides and get messages from my clients through this tool that has a lot of symbolism. So not only is the tarot deck a way of receiving messages, but it's a way of sending messages. It's kind of like a phone. It's a two-way phone. I can get phone calls and I can send outbound calls. So that's one of the things that I was discussing in last week's video. But this week, I want to talk about additional manifestation tips and tricks. Now, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about when I say manifestation, this is about the mental, our ability as human beings to create the life that we want, either through prayer, through spell work, meditation, visualization, affirmations, positivity, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it. It's just focusing your mental abilities, your inner power to create and attract the things that you want in your life, guys. So tonight I'm going to talk about all the variety of things that you can do to get started on manifesting those 2019 goals that you're setting for yourself. Where all of us are in the feeling like we're at this fresh new slate. We want to start off the year right. We want to get away from 2018 and everything that transpired. We had a lot of retrogrades. I myself know that I had a heck of a year. I went through a lot of spiritual transformations during that time, some difficult lessons, but came out of it on the other side a much better person as a result. 2018 is gone, and here we are starting 2019 and with this new rebirth, a renewal, a fresh start. And so now's the time to really focus on what it is that you want to manifest and bring into your life this year. Is it that you're looking for the soulmate? Is it that you're looking for prosperity, abundance, new opportunities? Do you want to start a family this year? Do you want to, buy your home? What is it that you're trying to create? Now, one of the four, I'm going to talk about the four key things, no matter what method and technique that I'm going to share with you for the rest of the evening. I think that these four key points are important for you to use, whether you use affirmations, visualizations, binaural beats, candle magic, gratitude journal, whatever it is. I'm going to discuss a whole bunch of things tonight. But no matter what it is that you decide to practice and resonates with you, I want you to remember these four key points. And if you're not keeping track of this, again, I covered it in my video Manifestation 101, and I also made a blog entry. So if you go to my blog section of my website, they're listed there. But briefly, the key points that you want to keep in mind are: be clear. Be clear on what it is that you want. It's not enough to say that you want a soulmate. You need to be clear that the soulmate needs to have a job and all his teeth, okay? You don't want just someone that has a pulse and is alive. You want someone that you have chemistry with, that you have some of the same values, belief systems, and goals, that you both want children, that you both are in a certain station in life, that you both are career-minded and whatever. Whatever's important for you, you have to be very clear. If it is about a soulmate, what is it that makes your ideal mate ideal? Okay, so you need to be very clear. If it's about a job, for example, it can't just be that you get a job and you're getting paid $5 an hour. That's really not sustainable and realistic for you and what you need to bring home to put food on the table. You need to be clear that the job needs to pay so much, the commute needs to be so much, it needs to be fulfilling, it needs to be within the realm of possibilities for you because you love working with children, with this, with that. So you need to be very clear on what this dream job entails. So be very specific and be very clear on what this goal is when you start working with any one of these manifestation techniques. The second thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to make it a need, not a want. So it's not enough to say, you know what, I want my soulmate just because I want my soulmate. That's all nice and dandy that you want things, honey, but you need to make it a need. The universe needs to see that there's a sense of urgency here so you can get this faster. For example, if you want the dream job, you need to frame this in the way of that I need this dream job. Not because it's a dream job, because I need to pay my bills, I need to put a roof over my head, I'm a single mother, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to pay bills, I would like to travel. There's so many things that you want to make happen with this ideal job. You need to focus on the need of it and not the want, okay? So number one, be very clear. Number two, make it a need, not a want, because the more that you add that element of necessity to it, there's a more sense of an urgency that comes with it. And the universe, God, or whatever it is that you believe in, your spirit guides, will have more of a sense of urgency to give you what it is that you want, okay, guys? Third, don't settle. You're going to be thrown a lot of opportunities your way. You might have some jobs coming your way. I'm going to keep using the example of the dream job. You might have some opportunities fly in your direction, but some of these opportunities may include a 2-hour commute each way. So you need to be very clear on what it is you want, because when those opportunities come by, you're going to be able to better identify what is for you and what isn't. It's not enough to have a job come your way, or any man if you're looking for love. It's not enough to just settle for anything. It is, don't get distracted and don't settle for less, because in essence, you're also telling the universe, God, your spirit guides, that you'll take anything they send your way. You need to be very clear and say, I want this and I'm going to get it and I expect it because this is a need. And I was very clear on what it is that I want. Fourth, last but not least, is set things in motion, okay? It's, let's say you want the dream car. One of the examples I had was the dream car. Mine is a Mercedes, the poor man's Mercedes. That's my ideal car. It's not enough to sit here and dream and visualize and affirm that I'm going to get the dream car. I need to start looking at my budget and say, okay, how much money am I missing here a month to be able to make that happen? I need to be very clear on what it is that I would be able to have to do to achieve this. The universe will align all the right things to get me that budget that I need to be within to get me that. But I need to set things in motion, like start looking at my budget, see where I can make adjustments. Maybe I need to go drive the car, go to the dealership and go do the trial run and go see, hey, feel the leather, feel the seats, feel the wheel, see the dashboard, and really smell the new car interior, because you're basically you're taking the steps towards realizing that dream. For some of you guys, I get a lot of clients that I read for that says, I'm looking for the soulmate. And I'm like, okay, what are you doing to get the soulmate? They're like, well, I haven't done anything. I'm not dating. I'm not doing anything. I'm like, so you're telling me you go to work and you go home? Yeah. Well, listen, I tell them, unless your dream man or your soulmate is the UPS guy, he's not showing up at your door. You're going to have to go out and get out and about, do activities that you enjoy doing, go out with the girlfriends, get yourself on dating sites, or whatever it is that feels comfortable to you. You need to set things in motion. You need to leave your house to meet the dream man, okay? So these are the 4 things that you have to remember while you are manifesting any one of these things, anything that you're trying to manifest, and using any of the techniques that I'm about to delve into. So let's get started. Let's see what resonates with you guys. And if you guys have been using any technique on your own that you have found that has resonated with you, has helped you, that you've achieved success with them, by all means share it with us, because I'm always open to all ideas when it comes to manifestation. I'm a big believer in this. I have gone from being homeless and in Mexico, not having a home for months, and manifesting within 8 months. I didn't realize I had, I had completely forgotten that I had spent several weeks visualizing myself going to the bank teller and taking out wads of cash from the bank teller. And this was a visualization that I was doing as I didn't know how I was going to feed my children. I didn't know where my next home was going to be. I didn't know how I was going to live. I didn't have any prospects of a job or anything like this. I was in a very bad situation. This was about 6-7 years ago. This manifestation, I was able to create for myself through visualization. Within 8 months, I was heading to the bank teller. This was a cash society where you had to pay your rent in cash, pay the electric bill in cash, pay this in cash. I was taking money out to pay my bills, and I realized as I grabbed the wads of cash that I had manifested exactly what I had been visualizing a few months back. So I'm telling you guys, I've done it over and over again. Another amazing, I'm going to go through this, so how I have used some of these in my personal journey. Hopefully it inspires you to use some of these techniques. So one of the things that I love doing is working with the moons. My name is Luna. Here are my moons. Moons resonate a lot with me. Every month there's a new moon. Okay, every month we have a new moon, and every sign of the zodiac gets its new moon. So you guys, look it up, 2019 new moon zodiac signs. You will probably find a list anywhere online where it talks about where your sun sign has its new moon. Okay, so I would be looking for the Virgo new moon in 2019. It would be amazing if you guys would be able to take the time out and use some of these techniques on your new moon. Why? Because a new moon is about new beginnings, fresh starts. Okay, this is the energy of the new moon is to create new beginnings for yourself. And when it is in your sun sign, it is your time to shine. It is your time to manifest. It is your new beginning. So there's no better time to sit down, quiet your mind, affirm, visualize, whatever it is, pray, whatever it is that resonates with you. Your new moon is the best time to do that. Okay, so timing is one thing to consider when it comes to manifestation. Another thing that I want to talk about, I am very excited to manifest with this, using crystals. Crystals is something that I love working with. I've got rocks all over my house. And where's my, I have it in my bra. I have my moldavite in my bra. I was like, where's my moldavite? Okay, here it is. Moldavite. I'm a little embarrassed right now. But moldavite, guys, this is the transformation stone. This is a very powerful stone. When I first touched selenite is a stone that really resonates with me because Selena, is the Roman goddess of the moon. So that is another stone that I truly stand behind, and I use all over my home, and I use in my Reiki sessions. I use for my own personal meditations. But this stone right here, I actually just purchased recently. This is called the Transformation Stone. This only can be found in the Czech Republic. It's not cheap. I bought this little piece right here for $25, okay, guys? But when I started doing my research on moldavite, I was like, what? They're so expensive because they're quite rare. These stones come about as a meteor shower that came down obviously millions of years ago and landed in what is now the Czech Republic. And this stone has the energy of the moon and the stars and the space and of course the earth. So it has the energy of our three-dimensional world and other dimensions. So it is a stone that helps you manifest and really manifest in a very powerful level. When I took this out of its packaging, guys, I started, the energy was so intense. I'm a Reiki healer, as I was saying earlier. I'm very, very susceptible to energies. So when I touched selenite for the first time, my hands were activated. Literally for a week, my hands were buzzing. When I took this little stone out of its packaging, I was nauseous and I was dizzy. So I'm being very careful with this stone. That's very unheard. You guys are like, what the heck? She's like getting, nauseous around a rock. Unless you're very sensitive to stones, that you probably won't feel anything or won't, this won't resonate with you. But if you are an empath or very sensitive to energies, you probably will notice the very powerful energy of moldavite. Now, this is a stone that I can use in a variety of ways. I can hold it during my meditation and my visualization. I can carry it with me in my bra and think and affirm and think and visualize and always have it close to me, because I am working with the energy on a daily basis, on a continual basis with this actual stone of transformation, because this stone is about bringing in necessary changes that you need to experience. The universe, it basically expedites what the universe thinks that you need. So it's one of those things where you have to be very clear on what it is that you want, especially when you start working with moldavite, because it may give you the changes that you want, but it might be one of those things where, what is it, that fable where the guy asks the genie, I want a mountain of gold, and then the mountain of gold falls on his head. He wasn't very specific, he didn't tell the universe how he wanted the mountain of gold, so it landed on his head. It's almost kind of like what happens here with moldavite. You have to be very clear on what you want, because it could give it to you 3, 4, 5-fold. Okay, but this is a stone that you guys can research, look into, and if working with crystals and stones is something that resonates with you, by all means, get your little hands on a piece, okay? Now, I did talk about tarot cards. Tarot cards was something that I covered last week. It's something that if tarot cards speak to you, it's something that you're very interested in. If you already own a deck, know that your tarot cards are a communication tool, and it is a way of communicating to your spirit guides, not only for receiving messages, but to let them know what it is that you want, and you can create it. Okay, so definitely go back to the video of tarot cards. Manifesting with the tarot cards is something that you're interested in. Check out my video called Manifestation 101, Manifesting Using the Tarot Cards. This was just last week. Third of all, I have affirmations. I spoke earlier about affirmations. One of the things that I affirmed and I created and manifested this past year was, without getting into deep detail, because I am not able to really speak openly about this, other than the fact that there's legal ramifications for this, but I was able to affirm a financial security. Financial security to the point that I've been able to dedicate myself to Lunae Soul for the last 6 months, be able to work from home and be able to build this business and be able to focus on this particular business. And this is something that I wanted for a long time, and I just didn't understand how it was ever going to happen. I have my full-time career, and I have to put food on the table, single mother, whatever the whole situation where it's like, it's me, myself, and me, and I've got to pay my bills. How in the world am I going to be able to sit at home and build my business? You guys, I spent maybe about 3-4 months driving to work and knowing that all I wanted was to be able to have the financial freedom. Didn't know how it was going to happen. I wanted to have the financial freedom to be able to stay at home and work from home and work on my soul. And the affirmation was something along the lines of, as I was driving to work, I would say, I am worthy of abundance, of prosperity, of happiness and peace. I am worthy and deserving of this. So it was very clear. I had like 5 things that I would say, and it was something that resonated with me. It can be whatever it is for you. It was something that as I was in the zone, whether you're in meditation, whether you're driving to work, whether you're exercising, whether you're walking your dog, whatever it is, it's that one time a day that you're kind of in this routine mode. Your mind, you can let your mind wander. That is a perfect time for affirmations, guys. If you don't have time for sitting in meditation for 2 hours, nobody has that kind of a time. This doesn't have to require a boatload of time, by the way. None of this has to take a lot of time, especially not affirmations. This is something you can just repeat in your mind and be very clear with the universe what it is that would make you happy. Guys, I'm telling you, within 3 to 4 months, I was able to manifest that kind of financial freedom. And I'm still like in awe at what I was able to manifest with affirmations. Now, if you guys are curious and to try affirmations, this is something I truly stand behind. If you guys comment in this chat, in this video, if you guys comment, you're gonna get a chat bot from Lunae Soul. The chat bot is gonna say, hey, welcome to Lunae Soul. Thank you for commenting. there's going to be options to participate in a 7-day affirmation challenge. It's called a self-love affirmation challenge, and I created this so you guys, on a daily basis, once a day, you will receive a positive affirmation that helps you with self-love. Again, I believe so much in affirmations that I wanted to share this with you guys. So I created this little challenge for this little challenge so you guys can receive one positive affirmation a day for 7 days straight. And this is just to get you in the mode of what an affirmation is, how you're supposed to frame this affirmation, how you're supposed to think of it, and get in the habit of using this in your own daily life and manifestation. Okay, guys? So if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, comment in this video, just say hello, Luna, whatever, and you will be automatically getting contacted by my chatbot. You guys, so most of you have probably been contacted already with this chatbot. Now you can unsubscribe at any point. It's not going to sit there and bother you all day long. You're more than welcome to unsubscribe at any point. Hello, Ms. Rashida, Ms. Dee Kelly, Happy New Year. Anisha, hello. Nikki, Diana, the end of 2018 wasn't too great for me. I hope 2019 will be awesome. I agree. Ms. Diane Codner, welcome. And Tanya Robertson, precisely, she says, I will check out your video, says Nikki. Deborah, hello. Welcome to you guys joining me if I miss your name. Joanne says, I meditate to manifest. Fantastic. And meditation, absolutely. So let me talk about the next technique that I like to use for manifesting, and that's visualization and vision boards. Vision boards, guys, this can be a lot of fun. If you guys have a bunch of girlfriends you want to get together with, or a bunch of friends that you want to get together with, I've done this a couple times before. I used to do this at the company where I worked at with my department. I did a vision board party at the beginning of the year, and I did this twice, one time, once each year. And you can do this at home, you can do this with your friends, and if you're like, you know what, I don't want to involve my shitty friends with this because I want to focus on my vision board, fantastic, this is something you can do on your own. But the vision board is really a way to focus on what it is that you want. It's another way of being very specific. If you know the kind of home that you want, because you want a Moroccan house and you want a Moroccan-inspired house, well, go off into, El Decor or whatever and find yourself some Moroccan-style houses and decor and whatever, and cut those out, put it on a board. If you want to have an English garden because you're going to start planting an English garden in the springtime this year, and this is something you truly want, well, go into the frickin' gardening magazine and start cutting up some amazing ideas of things that you want to bring into your life. If it's the soulmate with the perfect teeth and nice biceps, cut them out from the magazine and put them on your vision board. Whatever it is that resonates with you, put this on a poster board, or if it's just one image that speaks to you, cut that out and put it in your cubicle, okay? Put it by your bedside. Let me tell you what I was able to manifest with something that wasn't even a vision board. It was just a cutout. And it was a house that I had been admiring in Mexico. I've told you guys that I lived in Mexico at one point, and I got to live in some of the most beautiful homes in the world, and I also got to experience extreme poverty. It was quite the journey of my experience there, but the first thing that I was able to do when I got there was backtrack a year before I actually got there. I had been admiring the architecture of this particular city. It's called Mérida, Yucatan. It's about 3.5 hours away from Cancun. It's a city of 1.5 million people. It's a very beautiful place with European-style architecture, Mayan traditions. There's a lot of Americans and Canadians living there, and they're all gentrifying the historical center into these beautiful homes. The architecture is absolutely stunning. It has 20-foot ceilings, pasta tile floors, courtyards, you name it. These are beautiful homes that are now being restored by the foreign community, and they're absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And I was like so in love with the architecture for years before moving there. So I had seen this one house in one of the real estate websites, and I was like, one day I'm going to live in a house like this. and I'm going to be able to hire this architect. And like, I was like in such an awe of the architecture there. And the picture that I had selected was of a kitchen, and the kitchen was a galley style kitchen, but at the end of the kitchen, it had this beautiful tall doorway with glass panel, like a glass door. And you could see this tiny little courtyard with a banana tree in the courtyard. So it was this beautiful, very modern, polished concrete, pasta towel, ornate floors, tall ceilings, and this gorgeous door with a banana tree. I took the picture and I put it in my cubicle, and for me that represented that someday I was going to live in a house like that. Fast forward a year later, I am making it happen. I am moving there, but we cannot find, myself and my ex-husband and two kids simply couldn't find a rental property to move into. And everything was being very rushed. So we couldn't find anything. And the real estate agent called us literally a week before we moved. We literally had the plane tickets, had everything to move. She calls us and she says, there's a family that signed a contract for a year, but they had a family emergency, and we have a space available for you guys. You guys can come and stay here for a week if you'd like. If you like the home, then we can sign a year contract with you guys. And we're like, okay, whatever, sign me up. We need to land somewhere. We're literally going to be there, on a Saturday, and this was like a Monday. And lo and behold, we arrive in Merida, Yucatan with 2 sweaty kids, 8 suitcases. I say sweaty because this is the tropics. We've been traveling all day from Dallas. We arrive around 11 o'clock at night. The real estate agent lets us into the house. I hadn't even seen the house, guys. I walk in, and guess what I walked into? The house with the kitchen that I had cut out and put in my cubicle and looked at for an entire year. I got to live in that house for a year. And I went on to live in some of the most beautiful houses since that, after that point. But I got to live in this house, guys. So I'm telling you, vision boards are powerful, and visualizations are very powerful. Like I explained earlier, the visualization of me taking money out of the bank teller and being able to pay my bills and having wads of cash. I was able to visualize that, envision it, feel it, know it, be grateful. I was able to manifest through visualizations. So I'm a big believer in that. The next tip that I want to share with you guys is called binaural beats. Binaural beats are meditations, okay? They're guided meditation. Think of it as a guided meditation. You can go onto YouTube and look for binaural beats, manifestation, guided meditations. There's a company that I like to use, and I'm not in any way associated with them. They're not giving me a commission, although they should, because I've for years recommended the service. It's called brainsync.com. And the lady that makes these meditations, her name is Kelly Howell. She's got an angelic voice. They're very inexpensive to purchase. For $9.99, you can get yourself the 2 or 3 audio clips of the MP3s that you can download and get onto your phone, or you can have their app and you can play it. Once you pay your $9.99, that meditation is yours. But the kinds of meditations that you guys want, so they have all kinds, different, and what it is the meditation, you have to use a left and the right, the actual earphones in the correct ear. Why? Because there's these sound waves. As the music is playing or as the woman is speaking, there's these sound waves that get your mental brain waves in the right brain wave to be able to take in the information, the affirmation that you are learning at a hyper speed. You're rewiring your brain to take in this information or subliminal messages to be able to either manifest, learn quickly, sleep better, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. They have a huge array of options there, but the ones that you guys want to focus on are the theta waves. Theta waves are the brain waves that you are in when you are between the waking and the sleeping state. This is when you're the most receptive to subliminal messages. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people only experience theta waves at that point where you're about to wake up, so it's very short-lived. But theta waves can be recreated through binaural beats. So what you do is you download this thing, whatever it is that you want to learn or whatever that you want to manifest and bring into your life, go into BrainSync, look for theta waves in the specific topic that you're interested in, And this is the ideal state for super learning, for storing information, long-term memory, reprogramming your subconscious, dream recall, self-hypnosis. It is the key to storing and retrieving information. It's deep learning that happens during this brainwave. So if you are interested in manifesting love, for example, go into BrainSync, go into the theta waves and look into love manifestation. They have abundance manifestation. They have astral travel. You can learn how to do astral travel, astral projection. You can learn at super speeds. You can be so relaxed that you can go into a sleeping state and have deep sleep and relaxation for those of you that struggle with insomnia. There's so many things that you can manifest, and I have used binaural beats before to manifest love. And let me tell you, these particular, and I recommend BrainSync, but you can use any binaural beats that you can Google, and there's probably going to be hundreds of thousands of options out there. But this is just the one company that I've really enjoyed because I love her voice. I love Kelly Howell and her voice. I mean, she's just got an angelic voice. Like, she speaks and I'm like, I'm falling asleep and I'm super relaxed and I love anything that she has to say. And they tell you the subliminal messages that are within that recording. It's in the MP3, there's like a JPEG that comes with it when you download the information. It tells you what the subliminal messages are. In some cases, you don't even get to hear it. You don't hear it audibly. You don't hear it at a conscious level, but it's at a subconscious level where these subliminal messages are reprogramming your brain to manifest whatever it is that you want. So this is something I highly recommend. For those of you that have trouble with meditation, or any of these other techniques are just too time consuming, you can't get your brain to get there. And this is a lot of work. It's not a lot of work to put your headphones in and chill out for 30 minutes right before you go to sleep, or right when you're about to wake up, or you're having a nice, relaxing Sunday afternoon. Okay, so not a lot of work there. Reiki sessions and Reiki energy. All right, as I was touching upon, I have become a Reiki master, and one of the things that Reiki energy can help you with, and if you guys don't know what the heck Reiki is universal life energy. Ki is a Japanese word for energy. Prana is the Sanskrit name for energy. There's Chi, which is Chinese for energy. There's the grace of God, which is Christianity's version of divine energy. Whatever it is that you want to call this, it is energy from divine source. It is energy from God. It is energy from your higher self. It is energy from the divine that is being brought in through the healer into their hands to help heal, restore your chakras, restore your four bodies, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and emotional. Your four bodies are healed with this universal life energy. Now, what does that mean for manifestation? When you are completely balanced, your chakras are balanced, and your third eye is open, and your crown is open, and your heart chakra is open, and all your other chakras are nice and balanced, and that energy is spinning all beautifully through the Reiki healing that you're receiving. This is the perfect state for manifestation. As a Reiki master, I have basically activated some of these symbols that have helped me not only heal at a distance, but also help with manifestation. So if there's something that you would like to manifest, let's say you want to manifest that dream job, that is something that we can focus on during your Reiki session. I activate the symbol, and basically I can send energy to that time and place where you're going to be, and you can bring in that dream job. And you're going to, let's say you have an interview, you have an interview in 2 weeks at such and such location at the Rockefeller Center at 6 p.m. or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm just making up anything that you're going to be in such and such building at such and such place. I can send Reiki energy to that time and place and bless the place so you can have the best possible outcome from that meeting. I mean, this is how amazing Reiki energy is. I'm just mentioning it because it is one of the many things that you can use because it's universal. It's basically your blessing. You're blessing, you're giving light to not only the here, the now, the body, but this energy, there's no time and space, okay? This is universal energy that is in line with, everything. So I can bless pets at a distance. I can bless, I can heal you. I can bless a time and place where you're going to be and you can manifest something. I can help you so much in that regard. If you're interested in Reiki sessions, by the way, definitely go to my site. I just revamped my entire site to include my Reiki sessions as an option to my clients, and I have a 20% discount to my Facebook followers. So definitely check out one of my latest posts. I just included a discount code there for you guys. All right, moving on from Reiki and how amazing it is. Manifestation with candle magic. Now this, for those of you that are a little bit more on the witchier side or whatever, not even witchier, because you know a lot of world religions use candles. You pray to a candle, and this is a way you leave a candle at the church, and this is praying to God, and this is basically infusing that energy into the candle, and as the candle is burning, it is going into the heavens, and that wish or that desire goes to your saint, to your God, to whatever it is that you believe in. Now, myself, I use candle magic. People get thrown off by the word magic, so you can call it candle manifestation if the word magic throws you off. But what I mean by candle magic is that whole, ritual of making a wish at the birthday candle, blowing out that candle and letting that wish go into the universe. That is in essence what candle magic or manifestation is all about. One of the things, actually, I was thinking I wanted to create, actually, I'm really thinking of creating a line of candles that I can infuse with Reiki energy and with certain herbs and oils and crystals within the candle to help with manifesting specific needs. Okay, so let me know if that's of interest to you guys, because I'm like, really, like all day I have been replaying this. Like I already know what the design of the label is going to be. I know exactly what herbs I want to put for love manifestation, for whatever manifestation. I have all these freaking ideas going in my head. So candle magic or manifestation is something you can do on your own. You don't necessarily have to buy a candle from anyone, but it can get as complicated as you want, or it can be as simple as you want, okay? It can be as simple as going into a botanica or going into an Etsy shop and looking for, let's say, love attraction herbal blend. And you're going to get little packets of 1 ounce, 2 ounce for $6, and it'll have rose petals, it'll have lavender, it'll have clove and cinnamon, it'll have these herbs that help attract love. You can take these herbs and you can dress your candle, put it on your candle. You can infuse your energy of manifesting love. Again, focus and be very clear on what it is that you want. You need to make it a need, not a want. You don't need to settle and put it in an action and in motion. You can infuse your thoughts of what it is that you want, and you can do this during the new moon. Even better, during a new moon, holding a moldavite and lighting your manifestation candle. Do all these things, a combination of whatever speaks to you. But candle manifestation is something I believe a lot in, and this is something that I do either on new moon or full moons. I'm always manifesting something on it during a moon. But this is something I wanted to share with you guys because it is basically just another tool, another method of focusing your energy, focusing your mental powers, being able to focus on one thing and putting that wish into the candle. You don't necessarily blow it out like a candle, like a birthday candle. You do the opposite. You light it, put your prayer underneath, your petition, or you can verbally say to your guides, to whoever you're praying to, say, I am bringing in, for my highest and greatest good, bring in a soulmate, for example. You put on your little love attraction herbs and oils, you light up the candle, and you put it in a safe place. Don't burn down your house. Put it in a safe place and let it burn down. Okay, so candle manifestation is something that I really believe in. Gratitude journal, guys. Gratitude journal. I'm not very good at this because I'm not very good at, not that I can't write, but I'm a little lazy about writing. But this is something that resonates with you. Again, you can do this during a new moon. You can do this on an evening, maybe every Sunday evening. Make it some sort of a ritual where every Sunday evening, every new moon, every full moon, or every evening, you write down, and it's almost like an affirmation where you're repeating a very unique set of statements that make sense to you. You write, I am grateful for the love the soulmate that is coming into my life. I am grateful because blah, 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 blah. I am worthy and deserving. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am this. I am that. And it's basically you affirming, but in written form, as if it's already happened. Okay? So gratitude journals can be a variety of things. It can be basically writing down your affirmation and being consistent with writing it out down over and over. Or it's a way of being grateful for something in your life. You can say, I am grateful for my 2 children. I am grateful for the beautiful home that I have. I am grateful because I love my career. I am grateful because of even the smallest things. Like I have the most amazing collection of high heels. Whatever it is that you're so grateful for, like, and it might seem trivial, you write what you're grateful for, even if it's one thing a day. I'm grateful for the awesome chicken salad that I had today. Why? Why is someone grateful for the chicken salad sandwich that you had today? Why? Because this constant state of gratitude brings you and elevates you to a higher vibration. When you are vibrating in a place of gratitude, you are happier, you're more peaceful, you're grateful. You're in a place where you're more receptive to bringing in positivity versus you go around saying, you know what, I had a chicken salad sandwich, but you know what, I probably put on 3 pounds with the damn thing. And all of a sudden you can turn something that's so positive into a negative. And if you do this constantly, guess what, guys? You can't feel good about yourself. You can't bring in amazing opportunities. You can't bring in anything because everything is a negative for you. Everything's a negative. And you need to basically retrain that brain to be much more positive. And it can start off as a statement written down saying, I am grateful for having food on the table. I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for my beautiful plant that is I keep alive every day. I'm grateful for my children who made me laugh today. I am grateful for whatever, because in that constant state of gratitude, you are definitely vibrating at a higher vibration of happiness and peace, and you bring in more of that. And this is the kind of state you want to be in when you visualize, when you do candle magic, or when you do Reiki or binaural beats or affirmations or tarot cards or work with your Moldavite, whatever it is, you definitely want to be in a place and be creating from a place of love, not fear. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. Let me know if any of these tips sound like you want to try it. Let me know if you try them. Let me know of any results that you have. Let me know of anything that you try and you're like, you know what, I tried it this way, but then I ended up doing this and that felt right for me. I want to hear from you guys when it comes to anything manifestation. This is something that I really love. It's a topic I can talk about all day long. It's something I really am working hard towards empowering you guys, giving you guys these tips and tricks, working on my one-on-one basis when I have a combination of a service. It's called a combination of psychic insights and a healing. This entire service is about empowering you with your specific needs to be able to manifest and create the kind of life that you want. So there's a lot of things that I offer and that I speak about that are all about creating the life that you want. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here. And if you enjoyed this video tonight, definitely share it with your friends or tag a friend that would enjoy this information. And I will see you guys next week. I'll be back on Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be doing probably live readings then. I'll be reading for you guys, pulling cards, doing zodiac signs, whatever it is. It's something that hopefully resonates with you and what's going on with you guys, okay? So have a great evening. Thanks again for joining me. Take care. Bye-bye.